Welcome back to the channel A Twist of Gem. Let's cook, have fun, learn, and most importantly, smile and laugh. I hope you are hungry because I'm going to feed you. Come join me. Hi everyone, welcome back to A Twist of Gem. Today it's all about the patties. So recently I went to Jamaica and had a fabulous time. I used to eat meat, but I don't any longer. The Jamaican patties were one of my favorite things to buy from the Jamaican restaurant. I was never a real big beef eater, so I would always get the chicken patty, and it was always flavorful and had a nice spice to it, and the crust was always so good and flaky. Unfortunately, when I was in JA, there weren't any vegetarian patties left when I wanted to buy one on my travels at this little stand. That had been on my mind, so when I got back home, I said, let's create some veg patties. Here you go. For the dough, you will need 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 stick of butter, 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a cup of ice water. I ended up using more than 1 teaspoon of turmeric so that the color was authentic. I probably ended up using 1 to 1.5 tablespoons. I started by grating the butter. Place the stick of butter in the freezer for about 15 minutes and then grate it. This will make the process of grating easier. Also, this is kind of like making pie dough. A few key tricks for making pie dough is for the butter to be very cold as well as the water. Once the butter is grated, put it in the fridge until ready to use. In a large bowl, add the flour, and then add the seasonings and mix well. Add the butter. Use your hands to incorporate the butter. The mixture should look like breadcrumbs. In my case, it was more like peas. It's fine. Add a little water at a time. You may not need the whole amount of water. You want the dough to come together at this point. Wrap the dough in plastic wrap and place in the fridge. Let the dough chill while you work on the filling. For the filling, it's going to be mushroom based. I used turmeric, masala, garlic, 1 habanero, pepper, green onion, allspice, mushrooms, vegetable broth, salt, soy sauce, fresh thyme, and cumin. Clean the mushrooms, then chop them up and set aside. I used probably 2 stalks of the green onion. Place the green onion, 1 habanero, and the garlic in a food processor or chop by hand. Now let me tell you, I like spice, I like heat, but never again will I use 1 habanero. First off, there weren't any Scotch bonnet at the store, so that had me pissed off already. So I just bought the habanero. These patties came out great, but the heat level definitely was on 10, mouth on fire. Next time I know to use half of the habanero or Scotch bonnet, and I'll probably take the seeds out too. On low medium, add some oil to a pan, then add the green onion mixture and let that cook for a few minutes. Add the mushrooms and season them. Add a little soy sauce, vegetable broth, and the fresh thyme. You don't want the mixture to be too wet, but also not too dry. Try to find the balance. Cover and let cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Preheat the oven to 400. While the filling is cooling down, work on the dough. Take the dough out of the fridge. Isn't the dough a beautiful yellow color? Flour your board, the dough, and your rolling pin or dowel. Cut the dough in half. Cut a piece of dough off again and roll it pretty thin. To get a nice circular shape, place a small plate on top of the dough and cut around the plate with a knife. The trimmings, don't throw that away. Just add it to the next piece of dough you roll out. Once the filling has cooled, place about 2 or 3 tablespoons of filling on one side of the dough. Now don't be like me and forget to take a little water with your finger and spread it on one side of the dough before closing. Fold the dough to the other side to create a half moon shape. Press the ends together with your finger, then take a fork and crimp the edges together. Brush each patty with egg wash. Egg wash is just an egg and a little bit of water added to it, and mix it up. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes. You can let these cool or serve them while they are hot. It's up to you. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed with these patties. I think I got about 8 or 9 patties out of this dough recipe. Try them with ground beef or chicken and tell me how you like them. And did you use a whole Scotch bonnet or half? Until the next time, keep cooking. Peace from a twist of gem. Want to know more about patties? They say the patty was brought to the island of Jamaica by British colonists. The British called it Cornish pastry, and the people, African, Indian, and Jamaican, enhanced it by adding their influence, like cayenne pepper, Scotch bonnet, and curry. Patties are the ultimate street food. It's easy to eat on the go and it's filling. It's sandwiched between cocoa bread. They say one of the best places in Jamaica for patties is Mother's Enterprises Limited in Kingston. It is a fully owned and operated Jamaican company. The company has over 350 different patties and combinations.